Welcome to the Eisenstein Effect! I'm your host, Vickie Eisenstein, and this is my guest today,
Rachael Mason.
Woo! Rachael is an extraordinary improviser. She is just the top of the top when it comes to acting level. She can help you with redoing your sketch. If you have a problem with it, she sings. I'm not going to say that it's the voice of Fergie and an angel because that's been said, it's overdone, but it's close. Is there anything else that I should say about you?
No, that was perfect.
Are you from Chicago? You're not from Chicago.
I am not from Chicago, although next year I will have lived in Chicago longer than I lived in New York. So I feel...
Do you feel a sense of
like it's a
misidentity?
Thing. Yes.
Like which one am I now?
I identify as a New Yorker.
But can you anymore?
I don't know.
I think in your soul because you're from there.
Yeah.
What brought you to Chicago then?
So I studied playwriting, and my college, I was very fortunate that a young boy named David Miner started my improv troupe and had the National College Comedy Festival. He started it. And I was studying playwriting, and I was watching all these groups coming in and doing long form. And I was like, well, I guess I wasted a lot of money studying playwriting. We could just make it up. So I said, I have to go wherever this came from. And I started hearing these names like Del Close, and I was like, I want to go to Chicago so I can learn this from those people.
It's like the trip to Mecca.
Yes, and you know, David Miner is, produces 30 Rock and Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Parks and Recreation. Like, turns out that little kid was a comer, and then he came here and worked as like a busboy and took classes and stuff, because everyone, like even David Mamet was a busboy here. Like, for real, David Mamet was a busboy here.
So do you recommend to anybody looking to
be a
become
busboy?
A writer? On
be
30
a busboy first at the Second
great.
City.
At Second City, in particular.
Yes.
Okay, if you do it anywhere else, you're not going to become the writer you want to be.
No.
Great. I like to give advice to my audience because I feel like most people want advice. Hey, so you're here, you're in Chicago, you were studying improv and stuff, you were like, I'm really cool, because of course you are. And
well, I was real crazy. I definitely had huge balls. Like I say that my ability finally caught up to the size of my balls. Because of the amount of training I was exposed to.
Gotcha.
I mean, like, this really is, we kid that this is Mecca, but it's not. Like, if you want to learn long form improvisation, short form impromptu sketch, Chicago is where you do it. Coming to Chicago makes it easier to go everywhere else. Because we teach you table manners and art by committee and yes and. Our people who leave Chicago are very successful wherever they go. Because they do work with joy.
Do you feel like these skills sort of transfer into your, I kind of want to call it your civilian life.
My muggle
your
life.
Muggle life.
So very recently my brother said to me, you have an answer for everything, don't you? And I was like, oh no, yes I do. 20 years on stage has taught me to be ready. And I sort of had to realize that like my family are just people, right? They're just normal people that I can have a conversation with, as opposed to like forwarding the action of a scene.
Bits, fun.
And it's like one of the reasons my normal human husband doesn't like to hang out with my crazy improviser friends.
Really?
Because it's nice to have just a regular conversation every once in a while, as opposed to bits.
I'll agree with that, definitely.
Right now, when I'm with my family, like enjoy the moment, which you're still supposed to do in improv.
Yes, for sure.
But I don't have to pursue anything.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about stage picture and yada yada for an audience because hopefully there is no audience in your home.
Right.
Oh my God, question I love to give to people on this show. What's your favorite reality show?
Oh my God. Like, it's mostly Susan Messing's fault, but like, because she watches some incredibly rancid television from The Bachelorette on down.
I hear her discussing it every time I go to a show of hers.
So she and I are both sort of addicted to all the Real Housewives. We just got back from a trip to London, and there was I'm affectionately calling it Shag Island or Fantasy Bank Camp. We watched this horrible show about sluts in England who go to a Greek island and just have sex, like aggressively have sex, and the more people you have sex with,
then you go up in the ring.
Yes, and like we were obsessed with that show in London.
I'd like to have you actually introduce yourself as a character on how about Shag Island or whatever you would like to do, like a Real Housewives show.
Oh my God.
You could be like the Real Housewives of Improv or something. I don't know.
Beautiful women don't intimidate me. I intimidate beautiful women.
You do go off into beautiful belting songs every once in a while.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just like that during the course of speech. What inspires that? Where's that from? Where's your joy of singing from?
I have a musical family. My mom was a music teacher and my dad's a singer. My brother and my grandmother sang at the opera. I have a 5-year-old.
Wait, hold on. Did you say at the opera?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, my grandmother trained at La Scala and my brother sang at the Metropolitan Opera.
That's so cool.
Yeah, well, not when you want to be a singer.
Oh.
You're not as good as your brother, who's also a soprano. But since I have a 5-year-old, you pretty much can't get him to do things without like making it fun.
Of course, yeah.
Brushing our teeth, because that's really fun.
So this is your whole day at home?
Oh yeah.
One question that may be a fan favorite, I always ask about being stranded somewhere. So you're up in the Northern Territories of Canada.
Okay.
And you were on like a plane, like one of those little single flyers. And then you had a crash, but you survived and you're totally fine.
Oh my God.
Just the plane's not gonna go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so you have, you know the Japanese treat Pocky?
Sort of, the sticks.
Yeah, the little sticks with like chocolate on them?
Yes, I do.
You have what I find to be a ridiculous gendered item. You have Pocky for men.
Great.
And you also have a little sheet of those stick-on tattoos.
Perfect.
Right? And you have a flare that doesn't work. So my question is, what kind of tattoos do you have? Like, what's the design?
Well, I melt some of the Pocky, right? And I get myself as tribal as I can, right?
So you got tribal tattoos, not like Thomas the Tank or anything?
No, tribal as I can, because if I get found by any indigenous people or any bikers who are hunting, they'll think I'm hardcore.
Nice.
And help me.
That's really smart. What's your next like ambitious goal?
I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I just dream about like a peaceful planet for my kid to grow up on.
That's really sweet.
In his lifetime, water is supposed to be more valuable than gold. And I'm just kind of hoping that that isn't as bad as I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
That my kid doesn't live in some Mad Max kind of future.
Okay, so we took a little bit of a
bummer.
We're big bummers.
So I was really depressed one day, and I was like, what kind of world have we brought our son into? And my husband goes, well, what if he's John Connor? And I was like, your very innocent Terminator reference has actually made me feel much better.
Right.
But then that also means I have to teach my son how to like...
It's a big burden.
Like skin a deer and hotwire a car and play robots. That means I am Sarah Connor. I'm not ready for that.
I think that you can handle it. Everything that you've shown me so far in this interview shows me that you are equipped mentally, and I think physically you could also handle it.
Yeah.
I see an orange flower there. It's an orange flower.
Orange flower, great.
Orange flower. This is orange flower.
The puppies will bring in much money for harvest.
This is why I put puppies under bed.
No, heroin. Puppies, heroin.
Oh, Natalia, I thought you meant puppies because English not so good for me. I do
no,
not
not
look
puppies.
Puppies.
Puppies. Puppies.
Oh, the puppy field behind our house.
Heroin. Yes, puppies. Not the woof woof of puppies.
But I put the puppies under bed too.
Yes.
So I hope it's okay
that
for you.
That is a waste of a heroin.
Oh no, Natalia. Natalia. What you want is this? Oh my God. I'm so not good at this, the farming and the everything for the process.
All men in village killed, up to us.
That was a sad day in my life.
Very sad day. But now we are empowered business women.
It's true. The husband, they do the beating, now they are gone.
Now we do the beating of ourselves.
Yes, and we do the beating of the boys who deliver the puppies to make the heroin. It's true.
Lots of money in the puppies and the puppies.
But don't you feel like maybe a little bit the better? Like we get the people addicted,
puppies,
you know, we are
puppies?
sorts of addiction.
Puppies are cute.
Oh, now we are talking about puppies?
Yes, the puppies.
The puppies.
Puppies, woof woof.
The puppies, woof woof.
Very cute. I'm addicted to puppies.
I also believe puppies should be a more prominent position in politics.
Agreed.
Oh, you know, if we want the world together, we want it, we run it. It will be so good.
Who run the world?
Women with the puppies. Super dark.
Super dark.
But it ended with puppies running the world.
Yay!
Yeah.
Sorry if I've ruined something by walking back this way.
Everything.
Hello.
Hi, Tim.
How
Hey.
you doing?
Good. Tim, can we have a suggestion for a scene?
Yes, we need a suggestion for a scene.
The marigolds.
For marigolds.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful night.
Yeah.
Crickets chirping. Dew on the flowers.
Sarah,
Marjorie.
you don't usually come over to my house at this time of night.
Well, I figured you might be lonely.
I am.
What with your husband dying and all.
You had to go bring that up.
Well, I might just be a neighbor from next door, but I like to think of myself as a friend.
Sarah, you know I promised him that I would not engage in any lesbian affairs until he was dead.
Well, all right then. Are you sure?
I'm so sure. I'm tempted. I'm so tempted. Everything about you. I'm so tempted.
Smell
Believe
real
me.
good.
Sarah, I cannot do this right
You
now.
look real pretty.
Sarah, he's dying inside.
We're all dying inside.
That's just a play on the words.
No?
Your beautiful
Fine.
face. Your beautiful, beautiful face beside me.
I won't pressure you. I'll wait. If I have to wait 20 years, I'll wait.
He's not. The doctor says it's like a month.
I'll wait a month.
I appreciate that.
I won't pressure you much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You look real pretty.
You look really pretty too, but I did say I wouldn't do anything or engage in anything until he died, and the doctor did say a month, so it will be a month.
Fine.
But you look really pretty here. So thank you so much for being on the program.
You know I
So
adore
good.
you, and whatever you want, I would do for you.
You're so sweet. I just want to give you this chance right now to plug things.
Come see me and Susan Messing and Norm Holly and Ryan Archibald and Craig Euler and some great people do The Boys every Friday night at 9 at Second City.
It's amazing. I love that show. The best. Any Twitters or anything like that you want to plug?
Sure, I'm at Miss Mason on Twitter.
There you go. Awesome. Cool. So everybody, thanks for watching the show. You can get updates on the show and everything, all the guests. I try and repost things at Eisenstein Effect, EFCT on Twitter, or follow my personal account at Vickie Ironstone. See you next week with a new guest. Bye!